I'm glad to be alive. And more importantly, due to this tracheostomy, I'm glad to be breathing. It's historical because being born in the 1980s, medicine had not advanced, and people with my condition normally didn't survive. Being paid a wage for someone who has a disability is the most significant game changer in that person's life. It may not be a game changer to you because you don't have a disability, you don't know what it takes for that person to get out of bed, you don't know what it takes for that person to stand in a community boldly with their disability. But for them, it's the world. It's like them winning the lottery. Yeah, I do work. I am capable of working. A lot of people assume because of my condition, because there's various levels of my condition, and a lot of people with a tracheostomy don't work or don't have the confidence to be in a setting of employment, so they're scared and they live on the benefit state, and subconsciously society deems people with tracheostomies unemployable. Well, I've been living with my tracheostomy for 35 years. So it's just like riding a bike. The more you ride the bike, the more you get used to, your surroundings, how you handle the bike, and how you actually conduct yourself on the bike. So having my tracheostomy, I may talk different. My voice may sound a bit husky, Barry White. But, I'm blessed to have my tracheostomy. For me, getting out of bed in the morning and going out there in society and changing people's mindset in society is one of the best feelings ever. If I can motivate and spark the mind of one individual who has self-doubt within their disability and make them realize that they are the most valuable asset in the human race, I've done my work. I'm glad to be alive. And more importantly, due to this tracheostomy, I'm glad to be breathing and having a voice. And I want to use that voice to change the world. Because not a lot of people with tracheostomy are blessed to have a clear voice like myself. Of course I drive. It's the best way to get around. I'm confined in my own space. I'm not saying I'm a recluse, but sometimes it's good to have a vehicle, have a private place. In case anything goes wrong with your disability, you're able to just pull over, clean your tube in my circumstance, and do what I need to do within the workplace or within my social setting. I feel we're all capable of driving. Driving is your oyster. I never woke up, or I never grew up as an adolescent or a child with confidence. I was a broken child. I was a child with self-doubt, self-preservation, didn't have a lot of backing from external family. The only backing I had was my mother's voice. My mother kept on pushing me. It took me a long time to understand that. It took me a long time to realize that I can achieve. finding out my rights as a disabled person, finding out where I stood within the employment spectrum, and also having to solidify my existence in the workplace, making managers, making the employer understand that as much as I have a disability, I also have rights just as an able-bodied person.